Hi, everyone, and welcome to the preview show delivered by FedEx. Marty, Snider from NBC Sports. Regan Smith filling in for Chris Rice this week. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Glad to be here. Nice sunny day in North Carolina.
Beautiful day here in North Carolina. Absolutely right. Rice, obviously a little busy right now, trying to get prepared for this weekend.
You think he has another job
Yeah,
or something?
yeah,
Maybe
something like that. Yeah, he's got
to
worry about getting ready for
He's a
Talladega
slacker.
this
He's a
weekend. He
slacker.
is a slacker, isn't he? We'll keep that to ourselves. Hey, let's go back to Richmond real quick. Joey Logano wins there. An incredible fake move coming to pit road. Now, he didn't do that intentionally, did he? You don't ever go into that. I'm trying to get in the mindset of the driver thinking I'm going to psych the guy out behind me and cause him to get a penalty and knock him out of contention for a win.
Well, we've got a little bit of a history there between Joey and Kyle Busch, and I'd like to sit here and say, yes, he did that intentionally. That's not what happened. Joey was trying to make his decision as late as he could so the crew chief had enough time to tell him come in or stay out. When he did that, Kyle just basically couldn't see the line, and it's difficult. When they change a rule and they change a box rule like that, from the driver's seat, you can't see that mark, and you think you're on the apron, you think you're good. Unfortunately, that box is wider than where the edge of the apron is, and he just barely clipped it, so it was a little mistake.
We move on to Talladega this weekend, and obviously the Penske cars have been very strong there past couple of years. And normally we would look back at Daytona and say, okay, we can get a couple of clues of who we expect to be good this weekend, but Daytona had so many wrecks. It was such a choppy race. What can we learn from Daytona that we can say, okay, that's what we can expect at Talladega this weekend?
Well, we can learn the cars that had speed, and we know that guys like Dale Jr., Kyle Busch, those guys had speed throughout the course of that weekend, and the speed's going to be a big part. I feel like Daytona still turns into just a little bit of a handling race, especially in the daytime. You got to worry about your car slipping and sliding some. When we go to Talladega, it's going to be raw speed. It's going to be whoever has the fastest car, and that's what we're going to have to look for.
We mentioned that Penske has been so dominant. Joey Logano's won 2 of the last 3 races there. His teammate Brad Keselowski also has won there recently. Why are they so dominant at Talladega?
Well, they have fast race cars, and that's the first thing I can say. They have very fast race cars. The other thing that you notice about the Penske cars, and this has kind of been a trend for them here the past, let's call it 6, 7, 8 plate races, it appears that their cars can get out front. When they get out front, they can keep that bubble more so than other cars can. So that allows them to dictate side by side, going across lanes in front of other cars and changing up what they're doing. The Penske cars have figured something out to take the drag off the race cars, but also give them the downforce that they need.
All right, everyone's thinking it. I'll mention it. Dale Earnhardt Jr. just retired. We're going to Talladega this weekend.
Wait, when did he do that?
I'll tell you about it later.
Right, cool.
But is this his best shot currently to win a race?
No, and I'm only going to say
Really?
no because we've got Daytona coming up in a few weeks also. So it's a situation where the 88 is not running as good as they want to, and I know his fans are going to say, oh, you're crazy. Yeah, they're going to be mad about me making that comment. But that's the reality, is they've got to get things going just a little bit better, and they've had a lot of bad luck, yes, but they've also been in positions that allow them to have that bad luck. So they're going to look to bounce things back and turn it around just a little bit at Talladega this weekend. He does have Daytona coming up. Both of those are going to be excellent opportunities for Junior to get a win and perhaps bump himself into the playoffs, but there's going to be other races. We've seen this out of Hendrick before, where they fired off a little bit slow, and then they hit a point in the season, and they just take off and go.
Joe Gibbs Racing, still no wins. Does it happen this weekend?
Yes. I think so, possibly.
Okay, that's a great answer because you didn't tell me anything right there. All right.
It's partly cloudy with a chance of sun.
I appreciate that. So now time for our NASCAR Fantasy Live picks. Who are you going to go with this weekend?
Well, I want to go with the Gibbs car. I do think that they have the opportunity to win this weekend. And if they didn't have one other car out there, I'd say yes. This weekend, I'm going with the 88. I think it's Dale Jr.'s weekend. Yes, I said he could win here or Daytona, but I think he gets it done this weekend.
That's the advantage of picking first because you took Junior. I would have taken Junior too. I do think it's Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s time. I'm going to go this weekend with Kyle Busch. I think they've had speed, and if you look at when you go back to Daytona, I know you said it's more of a handling race. When they got out front, the 18 was really tough. So I think they have the speed enough to do it for Kyle Busch this weekend. Hey, make sure you keep it parked right here on NASCAR.com. All weekend long, live leaderboards, in-car audio, and all the news updates before and after the Talladega race. It's the Geico 500 Sunday, 2 p.m. on Fox. You don't want to miss it. Enjoy the Talladega race weekend, everybody. It's going to be a good one.